bop, 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 bop. We got messages, 7 hours. Pinterest, almost 7 hours. Spotify, 5 hours. Safari, up there. Um, an app to learn about geography. ChatGPT, notes, the autism test, photos, Google, Brave, Discord, Drive. Okay, basically, I'm showing you my screen time with a goal of connecting with you on a deeper level, because that stuff is embarrassing to some people. That's the point of this video, not to make you feel bad. Because I just showed you I had 7 hours on Pinterest in a week. That's bad for me, right? Less than 1 hour a day. So technically it really isn't that bad, but it's feeling like a lot. I do honestly need to set restrictions on the app. I've been using it way too much, but I'm trying to connect with you in this way, because I know some people in my life that are really smart, that are really cool and really good at what they do, yet they're embarrassed to talk about their screen time. So in my mind, I'm like, why? So I wanna get down nitty gritty in this, right? Maybe even start emoting on you. We're about to figure this all out. So why would someone be embarrassed of their screen time but also be a cool person at the same time? How can that exist in one world? Number one, they're a cool person because they spend so much time on their phone. That could be the reality. Maybe because they spend so much time on their phone, they just become an amalgamation of everything they see and witness and laugh at. That's why they're cool, because they have such a cool mind that picks out all the stuff they watch. Maybe that's why they're just an algorithm IRL, or a product of it even. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's because they know deep and down that it's wrong, I guess. Because why would you be embarrassed to show just the facts of what's going on? So it makes me realize that it's almost uncontrollable. If someone who's cool and smart is still embarrassed to show their screen time, maybe they really know it's wrong for them. And they know that they're doing something bad, and they honestly can't even control it, which is a whole nother can of worms there, right? So I just want to preface this with the fact that I don't think it's your fault. I don't think it's my fault. The only faults at hand here for being addicted to your phone, being addicted to TikTok, are the people who abuse your attention system, who abuse your reward centers in your brain, and who study how you are, and know you more than you know you, right? Like the people who control the algorithm, the people who study psychology about our brain and all that. Like they know us more than we know us. Because it's so fun to think that people are unique and people are different, but we're just a product of our brain, which is so scary, first of all. I don't want to just say that and act like that's just normal. You don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. You don't want to think about that. But unfortunately, that's the fact. Unfortunately, it is. We have parts of our brain that process emotion, another part of our brain that gets hungry, another part of our brain that feels things, another part of our brain that's more logical, right? Like that's just how our brain works. So if someone really knows how a brain works, they could use it to manipulate you, which is exactly what algorithms do. It's exactly what our phones are doing every single day. So basically, if you're embarrassed to show your screen time, I think that's something you really got to work on with yourself. And the reason why I think people don't ever want to work on it with themselves is because what's the point? And I'm fully with you there. You know what I mean? We're living in a day and age where it's like tomorrow, we don't even know if it's promised, right? Tomorrow is treated like something that is used for our attention, right? And so what I mean by that is like people in power will kind of tease the idea of tomorrow being bad just so they can get their way. They are treating our future, right? Our existence tomorrow, whether the fact we're going to wake up happy or not, whether there is going to be a tomorrow to wake up to, they treat it as something that they can just throw around for their own power and their own sake. So living in a world where tomorrow feels silly and why plan ahead if I can just have instant gratification right now? I'm with you there. I'm with you there. I get caught up in my own problems for the same reason, right? I don't want to care about tomorrow when it doesn't seem fun, right? I already understand kids are like, how are we going to have kids? You know what I mean? I'm fully with you on all of this stuff, but it doesn't mean we bow down to Oracle. We bow down to the people in power that run the algorithms and feed us things without us even picking what videos to watch. So stupid, bro. So stupid. You're like a hamster on a wheel, right? If that's what you want to be, that's what you want to be. But I see the future becoming two different, distinct things. It's going to be black and white. The in-between of everything is going to be very far, right? Like right now we're witnessing it in wealth, where there's no really middle ground for wealth that's too strong. You know what I mean? If everything keeps going the way it's going for another 30 years, there's only going to be rich and poor. That's it. So I think that's going to extend to intelligence. I think it's going to extend to attention. I think it's going to extend to happiness. All of this stuff, right? Like there's going to be happy just because you're a hamster on a wheel and that's what you like doing. I like running. I like scrolling. I like being on my phone all day. I like playing video games. And then there's a happy because you are content, right? You're not necessarily happy, like jolly, but you're like, okay, I understand things, right? The person that's a hamster wheel, the person that's a hamster on a wheel on TikTok all day, they're happy for a whole different reason. They're happy because their reward systems are being stimulated all day. Where a person who understands and kind of just like gets things, they're happy, but maybe in a more like modest way. You know, they're like, oh, I'm happy, but like I'm not being overstimulated, so I might not seem like I'm insanely happy, but they're like, okay. I think that's the two things here, is that one of them is much more exciting in the moment, right? It's so much more exciting to just constantly get shown funny videos. Oh my God, ha ha ha, someone fell, ha ha, 6'7", ha ha, you know what I mean? Like it's so much better in the moment to just have that over and over and over and over again and then become nobody of yourself. But for the long term, it is so much better to become more content and within your own limits and understand that you don't need constant stimulation just to enjoy life. So those are the two things. One is really easy to fall for and it's much more gratifying in the moment. But the other one takes time, but is much more real, I would say. Honestly, real could be subjective, so maybe that's not the right word, but it just feels more lifelike to actually just exist and not be scrolling every day. Is that crazy to say? Is that crazy to say? Right? So that's where I think it's going to be. So if you're embarrassed of your screen time, maybe be aware that you might be falling down the wrong path long term. And once again, should you blame yourself? No. But if you are aware that you're embarrassed by your screen time, and then you continue living life doing nothing about it, maybe you're a little bit to blame. I don't know. But in other videos, I've used this analogy where your brain, the way the circuit system works is that if you fed it heroin, if you fed it crack, it would instantly attach. And then if you took it all away, it would have withdrawals. Is that your fault? No. It's not your fault your brain works like that. No, that's not your fault in any way. That's how your brain works. So when you're addicted to your phone, when you're addicted to TikTok, you shouldn't be ashamed. You shouldn't feel bad. You shouldn't feel embarrassed. You should just admit that you fell for a trap. It's not your fault. It's hijacking part of your brain and knows how you work better than you do. So unfortunately, that means we might have to withdraw for a second, right? We might have to give up some urges. But as time goes on, I promise you, you will become more content in life. You will find more opportunities, more freedom, because you aren't so attached to a screen and silly little videos that are fed to you without you even choosing them. It's crazy. So if you are cool, if you are intelligent, if you're someone who I would look up to, just know that I would look up to you anyways, if you just weren't on your phone, you know? I think nowadays that is such a sign of strength. Like it's one of the things where if someone works out every day and has like big muscles and stuff, I would see that and be like, oh, okay, they're disciplined. But then if someone was like, I don't go on social media, I would be like, dude, you're disciplined, bro. Right? Like that's twin right there. That's crazy. That's inspiring. So I think that's what it really comes down to. It's the mental, right? And yes, working out every day is definitely a mental thing, 100%. But I hope you know what I mean. Is that in this day and age, with the obstacles everyone has right now, I think the biggest strength is not being on social media. Like that's crazy, right? Fighting the FOMO, understanding that you're your own person, whether you know about 6'7" or not, right? I don't know, dude. It's so stupid to me. Um, I feel really content that if another meme popped up, if another worldwide phenomenon happened, I would have no clue. And I'm fine with that. That makes me happy. I'm chill. I'm booling. Right? I'm not happy every single day, but I feel more like stable and alive than when I was reaching for my phone in the morning to go on TikTok. Right? So sometimes I reach for my phone to text people. Sometimes we be calling. Sometimes we be chatting it up. Excuse me. But I think that is a whole different realm than mindlessly sitting on the hamster wheel. You know what I mean? So, yeah, if you took anything from this, let me know. Comment down below something you might have learned, or if you want to argue, we can do that as well, or just conversate. And then let me know an idea I could talk about in the future. If there's a little part of this you want me to go more in depth on, that'd be fun. I'd be willing to talk about this over and over again until they finally understand. But yeah, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. And listen to Blakey on all platforms. Blakey, 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 Blakey. Music, music, music. All plats, all plats, all platforms. Blakey, 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 Blakey. Music, 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 music everywhere. I'll see